Did you come up with the title? I know where it's from. I'm not going to release, people need to read the book. The title, it's so interwoven into what you're describing, what we're going through in the world today, people's feelings, emotions, how you intertwine that to come up where it is found, how it is found in a disheveled room. I mean, I'll just let people figure that out as they read it. It will pop off the page as it did for me. The detail of having the yellow star. You talked about changing one yellow star for a red star, the impact there. How did you come up with the title? I'm blown away the impact that it has in today's world.
Great question. I mean, my original title for the book was The Hungarian Papillon, The Hungarian Butterfly, Dad's Story. Well, my co-author said, well, Dad's Story, everybody can say Dad's Story. That's not going to really sell. Hungarian Papillon, after the great escape artist, Papillon, we've all seen the movie. I think they did a remake too, but the one I loved and the story too, the book was Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman from the 70s. Amazing story. I mean, my dad wasn't jumping off cliffs off of Devil's Island, but his escapes were pretty remarkable too in their own right. But the theme resonates throughout the story, as you know. My dad was not a real enemy. He was just a victim of this, that, and that because he was Jewish, as you know. The second title, comedically, was The Sixth Book of Moses. I thought because of all the miracles, my dad's name was Moshe ben Yosef, which is Moses, son of Joseph. And so the Sixth Book of Moses was another thought I had, but kind of humorously. But my co-author, she came up with the not a real enemy part, and she squelched that too. So Not a Real Enemy, the true story of a Hungarian Jewish man's fight for freedom is just that. The chapter is called Not a Real Enemy, like you said. And my dad's risk tolerance at this point, it's the night before his fourth and final escape. His risk tolerance is over the roof. And like you said, he snuck in to the medical staff office between security guards with rubble everywhere. And he found his dossier in case he got caught or arrested while trying to escape. He wanted to make sure he had a clean record with the communists. And they described him as not a real enemy. Whereas, as you know, my mom and dad really were, because they loved Mother Hungary. They loved a democratic Hungary, the culture. And if all those events didn't happen to them being Jewish, I probably would have been raised in Hungary. And again, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But my mom and dad were real enemies because they were leaving the next day and Hungary was losing two good people, a doctor and somebody who was almost a doctor. By the way, my dad being an OBGYN during the Hungarian Revolution, which was 2 weeks long, maybe a little bit longer. Not a lot of people know about that war. I call the Ukraine War the Hungarian Revolution on steroids. I can't imagine Hungary destroyed like that, like Ukraine has been, and even Russia. But they were a real enemy because they lost two good people, whereas they would have been in the country. And my parents were smart enough to stay quiet.